Good morning, traders. Welcome back for another episode of Trader Talk. This is Tony D in the easyMarkets Sydney dealing room. We have some euro strength, a little bit out of nowhere overnight. Now it is ahead of some major announcements and major speeches later this week. We have Draghi speaking and Yellen speaking at the Jackson Hole. There isn't much data out this week, so the markets are speculating on monetary policy a lot of the time right now. If you see the euro though, it's back above 118. And speculation that ECB will, or Draghi will be talking about the ECB tapering program. It was rife yesterday in the Wall Street Journal. In regards to what could be said, though, I mean, it is very likely that the ECB itself is where the major announcement is going to happen. That's in September. But if you do see an upbeat message from Draghi, then it's very likely that the market will start to price it in and continue to rally in anticipation. Now, if there is some more negative comments coming out of Draghi, then you may get a delay in market expectation and maybe catch the market a little long on the euro. But the bar is set pretty high here, and for that to happen, and that would probably require Yellen, who's also speaking as the keynote speaker on Friday, to come out with a bit of a pushback on the Fed's chances of raising rates as well in December. If that was to happen, then US dollar strength combined with a little bit of euro disappointment is one way in which the euro can fall. But as you can see, at the moment we are long the euro because it is on the burden of proof is on the sellers to take back control, because the price action is very bullish, and you can see that there is still concern about the Trump presidency playing through on the dollar yen at these levels. It is a little bit more subdued selling overnight. You saw stock markets have a nice rebound in the US session, so perhaps the market will be waiting for a bit more of a smoking gun in terms of selling on the Trump story. The big sell-off we saw in US stocks last week was sort of short-circuited by the firing of Steve Bannon, so the market is now probably a little bit more evenly poised. And if you don't get that follow-through selling in the stocks in the next couple of days, then it's very likely that the buyers who have been in control for the last 7-8 months will come back in and start to grind higher again. In terms of the Australian dollar, it did have a nice day as well on the US dollar weakness. It was taking advantage of some of the strength in iron ore. In terms of if it can get back above 80, it probably does require a little bit more of a more next level of US dollar weakness, and so you probably want to see a break above 80 cents before Yellen's speech. And if Yellen does come out a bit more even-handed, and the market starts to ignore any comments about inflation from Yellen, then you may see the Aussie dollar stick to a new range between 78 and 80 cents. If you have any questions, or you do want to talk to a dealer before you do place a trade, come through to the easyMarkets dealing room. You can catch our details below in the YouTube video. If you're in Australia, you can call 1-800-176-935. If you're in Singapore, 3158-3201. Have a good day, guys.